you, and you thought we was going away. Nah, it's Speak Out.
But let me just reverse a bit and say good morning to the listeners of Vibes. Welcome to the program.
If I stay within my setting as a public officer, as the public relations officer, and I stay just within the office space and do not go out to the public, how will we understand what is happening on the ground?
Still delivering.
We've done a lot, not just in terms of the general infrastructure, but homes, support to farmers, support to fishermen, etc. And as time goes by, more support will be given to Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered. Built back, even better to last.
Let us all strive to build a better country by putting aside our petty grievances and move forward with dignity, being proud of working hard and working together.
Anything that we're doing now, it's futuristic thinking. It's not for the now.
Education is the key in a country's development. That's it. If its people are not developed,
Even don't go that far, no? Just remember knowledge is power. When you know, you know.
that's it.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered.
We're happy to have you.
On Vibes 101.3 and 106.3 FM every Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you feel the vibes? Going.
Well, we are feeling the vibes right here on Vibes FM. Want to say good morning again to you right here on Vibes FM. Welcome to the program Speak Out Unfiltered for today, Thursday. We're looking at the 9th day of October. Good morning to the residents of those of you inside of Carriacou and Grenada. Peter Matnick as well, good morning to you. St. Vincent and Grenadines, good morning. You're on your radios. You're on your internet, YouTube, good morning to you. Those of you on the internet as well, good morning. And Facebook lovers as well, good morning to you. To remind you, the program is interactive. You can always call us. And our telephone numbers to do so, 403-0101, 403-0101, and 443-0101, 443-0101. You can also call our other number again, that's 1473-458-1914, 1473-458-1914. Without further delay, this morning I'm going to start off this morning and say good morning to Salio. Salio, good morning. What's up?
Good morning, my Redeemer. I hope you're fine. I'm feeling okay, thank God.
Give thanks.
Give thanks. I see this year as a shortened 12 months because, we are a people that we normally, when it happens, laissez-faire, we don't rush to anything. You take in your own good time. And this year we have a very good excuse. This time of year, the sun has been brutally hot. So if somebody is walking busy, they have an excuse. The sun ain't playing. So don't tell nobody to hurry up.
The sun too hot.
So they have a good excuse. Yeah. And as it is, we're almost the 15th of October. Once this goes to All Saints, All Saints just automatically put you in a Christmas mood,
Yeah, definitely.
And more slow down again.
Okay.
So you understand? So this is a shortened day.
Okay.
You didn't get too much production this year. Don't look out for it.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best.
Okay, we'll do that.
Koi, good morning.
Yes, before you even say anything else, Kim, I want to say how excited I am this morning because I have never, ever, ever for a long time, I won't say I've never, ever, but for a long time, I have never, ever had the opportunity of allowing Solio to speak before me at the beginning. And when he comes here in the times past, I say, boss, you should not be coming late and you'll give us excuses or the pig did not eat enough.
Yeah, the cattle
did not do enough, so on and so on. So me sitting down here this morning and hearing him speak first, I said, boy, wait no boy. Things happen, things changing, So I want to welcome him early this morning and with no excuse. And no, I ain't saying that because I think you should have excuses, but I appreciate the fact that you are here early and with us as we start this. You mentioned a while ago about somebody mentioned a while ago about the whole issue about All Saints.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about Parang. You just mentioned there about Christmas, and all kind of things happening as we know as a cultural people. But All Saints, and when I think about All Saints, just recently, just about last night, I think evening, I was just reflecting on things, All Saints, and I tell myself, I remember, I said, but Solio is big on this parents' plate thing, parents' plate.
Mhm.
And I said, but why aren't we getting to understand and learn deeper the meaning of these things, All Saints? We ain't talking about All Saints, we're talking about Parang going to start in a little while. Christmas coming just now. But All Saints, what does it mean? And have we taken the time to stop and say, listen, what really does All Saints mean to me, to us, as an individual and as a family? And that's where I would really like us to try to understand it. And those of you out there who know more about it in terms of its meaning, its value, call and share. Because, of course, this program is one that we call and you share your opinion. Nobody has to say you're wrong or you're right. Call and share and participate. But I am interested right now in trying to understand more about All Saints. No, listen, we don't have Asham is a thing that we always use. Where the con? Where the con?
Confess.
But
Well, this.
I'm just saying we have been affected by lack of whatever as far as that is concerned. We are con. But I'm just saying. I'm spilling my mouth out because I want to us to understand those cultural things that we hold on to, like All Saints. What does it mean really? People don't pay attention to it as far as it was in the past.
Yeah, but as you're speaking of it, and maybe we could just go a little bit into that, I wonder if it's the same, Solio, from your experiences, celebrated the same way around the Caribbean, maybe, as how we do it here.
No. Well, I experienced it in Dominica one time and it's similar.
Okay.
In the mainland, we do it too. I mean, I could remember at school, my Irish principal would say, the easiest way for a student to get expelled is if they'll go to the cemetery and disrespect this very sacred custom that we have here in Grenada. The idea of taking a little time off to remember those who went before us and those who made things possible for us. He said, it's so beautiful a culture that he will not forgive any, because some folks had come with some report that some guys were roaming the cemetery and throwing things across the road. And the headmaster said, if any college boy is involved in that, go home to him, come ask him, no, come make no excuse for him. Because it's such a beautiful culture, and I must agree, indeed.
Yeah.
Because, this thing they call, again, gratitude. Gratitude, appreciation. Oh Lord, yes, that's deep. We must have it. And well, not to be too long-winded, but talking about the culture and sustaining and the things that mean something to us. I saw something last night and I said, well, that's not getting rid of the culture. I attribute this one to transformation. Because when you go in and look for crab, another way of saying you're going and touch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're going to touch.
Yeah.
But I see three little boys last night down the road going and look for crab. And the light that they were using,
flashlight,
the cell phone.
So
I said, what the hell they want Masanto to do? You can't just throw the torch aside and say,
We're going to torch.
Torch. Torch.
Yeah. That's what we knew. I mean, I remember, staying at home sometimes and you see Masanto down in the ground, in the mangroves.
On the bay.
They say, wow, boy, people catching crab. That was the only way we had. But now, well, I guess it's the improved way, because
the phone is used for many things, boy. To call you and to shine your light. But of course, I mean, I know that because when I'm going home, and if I'm out late in the night and that night comes, I know the phone. I just put the phone in front here, and I walk freely because the phone gives me the light. Well, I tell you, things change.
This you can't stop. And I said, indeed, transformation is in.
But really and truly, I know here in Carriacou, of course, I'm talking about Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, and I know that the culture is heavy here as far as it relates to All Saints. I mean, for All Saints, for me, in those not primitive years, in those younger years, really, it was someone that you look forward to. You make all kind of design with the cup. And put a candle inside it.
What cup you talking about?
I mean, a pan cup.
Pan cup, the orange.
Well, you're very modern. Because if you want to talk about cocoa and bully, that's where you have to start.
Oh, yes.
Pan cup comes out improvements.
The bully.
The bully. And we can show you that it has some holes.
Yes.
It's like a diamond, a round thing, and the candle inside of it, and you.
You're walking.
You're walking.
That was the touch.
We used to go in less than a place called Farm Away. You want the wrongest bully. You want
they're looking kind of
space, yes, and when you light that up, it's a chandelier. Yeah. So,
but I really wish we would have a renewed vision of All Saints. Now, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, that's not a spiritual thing," and I've heard, and
nonsense.
People attack me and say, "Listen, man, you can't be promoting and encouraging these things because it's not godly." Yeah, no, I'm just saying what I say. I ain't saying I'm saying that, but I really would wish us to sit back and understand these things that we were left with, the experience of All Saints, the experience of even the same thing I mentioned a while ago, the parents' plate, and people say, "Oh, parents' plate is not godly thing," but yeah,
you know what disturbed me some time ago here in Carriacou? Talking about Halloween.
Halloween, we here in Carriacou,
Halloween has been slowly creeping into the culture.
It might just be taken
more serious than ours. You see, because everything foreign is good.
Yeah.
And what is ours is all second class. Nobody in their right mind will even try to tell me that we shouldn't do parent split. I don't care how much voodoo you call it. To me, the significance of it is so important. That I'll die with it. Yeah, I have to do my parents' split. I don't care what nobody tells me.
Definitely.
But again, I mean, you say it in a cavalier manner as that, but the meaning of it, similar to All Saints, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again.
These things have significance in our understanding who we are, our connection, our cultural past, our present reality. I mean, these things we ought to stop and just pay attention to it, and try to see how.
Let me try to go
pass on.
Open up the lines right away. Okay. Vibes FM caller, come in.
Yeah, Kim.
Yes.
Kim.
Good morning. Yes.
Yes, I call it. I listen to this LMP and I'm talking, Kim. This is one of them don't want progress in this country. 20-something years in power, they don't do nothing to help Grenadian. You understand?
Yeah.
Nothing they do to help Grenadian, but they're running them on. I hear one call this morning talking about the road. They're digging the road in Granite and they put in new pipe, Kim. Kim, they don't already yet. This LMP spent 20-something. What they do to help us?
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
I was a security in the hospital when you run him out and talk about nurses and the security tiffin chicken. You understand?
Yeah.
This man, they do nothing to help us and they want us to go for them.
Yeah.
I remember I was working in a company they called Tama from Trinidad. Right?
Yeah.
And they came down here to pay us money, $100 a day. The former prime minister tell us, don't pay us this kind of money because we never cost them working for this money. Pay us $45 a day.
Really?
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. They managed to give us job work. Job work where we make money. You understand? The man say his salary, he could have paid 15 helpers and they work. You understand? And they say they like us. So they like us and they do know that. These people are not ready yet.
Yeah.
Man is work for 40. Man is work for $4 an hour in security work. This NDC government, the first NDC government gives us 2 raise a pay. This one now gives us 1 raise a pay. and Kid Mitchell say he like Grenada. How could like Grenada and want to treat us like that? Yeah?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
You can like Grenada and want to treat us like that.
No, you're right.
Understand?
Yep.
Yes. They don't ready yet.
Mhm.
And they see progress making in this country. Tell them shut up. Have a good day. Kid.
All right.
Have
Thank
a
you so
good
much.
day. All right.
Yes, go ahead.
You know what is where you could just, I want you to give me a fact check on these things here. In the case of my good friend Diablo, 40 years representing a constituency. I get a check for that?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Okay,
Check,
yeah.
check,
Okay, fine.
check.
All right.
Check. 40 years.
40 years.
Yes.
23 years as prime minister.
And a half. Don't
Check.
Okay, fine.
forget the half. Don't forget the half.
15 years without opposition.
Check.
Check. And your constituency, if it's not the poorest, is the second poorest in the nation.
And that's a check too.
Check.
And you care about poor people.
Mhm.
So you're creating poor people to
Care for them.
care for them.
Yeah.
Check.
Check. You're getting a lot of check this morning. Let me check a phone call. Vibes FM caller. Caller, come in.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'd like to read from Isaiah chapter 65 of what God says about all things. I'm going to read a few verses, maybe about 5 verses, but the part about all things is in 2 verses. Okay, so this is the Lord speaking. The Lord says, I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold, unto a nation that was not called by my name. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in the garden. Now, sacrifice in the garden means going into the tombs. And burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remaineth among the graves, and lodge in the monuments. That's talking about the tombs. Which eat swine flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessel, which say, stand by thyself, come not near me. So the people are saying to God, stand by yourself, don't come, don't tell us what to do. For I am holier than thou. They're telling God that they're more holy than he. These, and this is the Lord speaking, these are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. So that's from Isaiah chapter 65. So in those verses there, the Lord is saying that the people are looking for me, but they don't really want me. They want their own God. They want a God that would say, okay, this is whatever they're doing is right. Now he's saying in these verses here that don't spend time in the graves, don't go among the tombs. But people here on All Saints, they go burn candles in the night and stay among the tombs or what have you. Now, one of the reasons for that, for what the Lord is saying is, the Lord is a God for the living, not the dead. So we shouldn't be celebrating the dead. Our ancestors, if they were righteous, they are alive. They're not dead. They're alive. So we shouldn't be celebrating the dead. And it's not, I'm not the one saying it. I'm giving the evidence from Isaiah chapter 65. So we should all meditate on that because our nation is a spiritual nation. And we just moved too far away from God for some reason. So we should try to get closer to him. And this is what I wanted to share.
Okay, thank you so much, Jay. Okay. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Let me go back to you, Solio. As you were just mentioning, you were doing a little bit of a check on what Diablo has done in the past 40 years. And there's nothing that we could really pinpoint on, especially in his constituency. But let's move into Carriacou now to say what did he really do for Carriacou? What do we remember him for? Because basically, he's of the past now. You know, I mean, he's no longer going to be with us in Carriacou. I've talked about representing and being in government again. That's the end of him.
Well, that's
a legacy. That's
it's no matter what he tries to do. He's conscious of that, eh?
Yes, he is.
And I heard his deputy this morning.
Your deputy?
Huh?
He's a deputy.
His deputy.
Yeah, well,
talking about.
He had a deputy. Hold on. I want to understand things as we go on. Does he have a deputy? He's the chairman of the party.
Chairman, but hold on a minute. Although he's chairman of the party, he speaks about deputy prime minister just a couple of weeks ago, you know.
But in this instance, I just want to clarify what I'm getting at.
Okay, go ahead.
I was talking about his
MLI.
Huh?
MLI.
No. She's nothing, you know.
No.
I don't believe in nothing going nowhere.
She is the in history will record that during the year 2025, 2024, 2025 and onwards, she has been the political
leader of the NNP.
So she is something.
Well, I agree. It's just that she was then the leader of a party that is non-existent if for once.
Well, yes, we can interpret it as that. That's what I'm just saying. The reality is, as history will record.
So do the geometry.
Geometry?
Yeah, this one called for geometry.
Of mathematics.
Yes, if you're the political leader of something that don't exist, do the geometry. Then you're no leader. So
you know this too.
Yes. Yeah. Do the theorem. So, okay. But I was saying. You make me lose my train of thought. But yes, you're saying that the NDC is utilizing the new strategy. They're depending on the diaspora to come down in large numbers to vote them into office. Mm-hmm. And he thinks that is so disrespectful. So the native people or the Grenadians who live here are not in diaspora. Mm-hmm. So in other words, you're saying that you're thinking for us and all those good things. Well, indeed, and in fact, it's true, you know, because sometimes when you're on the draft board or you playing on the field, a lot of obvious plays you don't see it, you know.
Yeah.
You have to get somebody from outside.
That's why you have umpires.
Yes, because
they could see things that you might not have seen.
You see, but when you're in control you're trying to control the ball, you know, your attention is divided now. There might be an open man just right there. You can see him, you know, because you don't control the ball.
Yes.
So you have to take somebody who's outside saying, well, pass the ball to that person.
Right. Yeah.
Or you're on the draft board, you're playing anything. A very obvious game. You could crown, you could pick a man now and you can see somebody on the outside the draft board seeing it. So yes, Mr. Bowen, I think it's necessary that some people who are not in here, they're looking at us from the outside and seeing the very obvious things. And one of them is that you've outlived your usefulness. So you shouldn't be campaigning to come back again. So we in the diaspora, if those who are in the heart of the hurricane, in the center of the action, can see where they've been misled for 40 years, as an example, and you still have the nerve and the gumption to talk about wanting to come back to rescue somebody, and you have not made a difference in your own constituency, well, we need people from the diaspora to see for us.
Well, speaking about the diaspora,
yeah,
someone sent me a clip this morning, you know, and I think I just found it here, where we had Gregory speaking about, and scared too, about the support
coming from diaspora.
Coming from diaspora. Let me speculate, hold on.
That the key in this NDC's government strategy for winning the next general elections is the diaspora. The NDC are sure to get 5,000 to 7,000 of you, the diaspora, down to vote.
Yeah.
So to hell with your brothers and sisters. To hell with your mommies and daddies. To hell with your relatives here in Grenada who may not support them. Because they're going to bring down 7,000 of you, the diaspora, and speaking directly to you to vote. Yeah. So they care nothing about us here in Grenada.
Do you hear that?
Well, I would tell Mr. Bowen, it's not to hell with us down here, to heaven. When the people from the diaspora come down to vote for NDC, that is to heaven we're going, that's not to hell. You're wrong as usual.
Vibes FM, caller, yeah.
Yeah, Kim, I listened last night in a program talking about experience and honesty. You know how much con man cannot sing in here and talking about honesty. This man should be the last man could be talking. You should put your head in a fine bag and roll your mouth. Serious.
Yeah.
And he talking about honesty. Man, what are you talking about honesty? This man honest 2 million also. You understand?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Kid.
Okay, thank you so much.
But one of the things that I recall being in media and being on mainland for several years, that it has always been said that the NNP has had a plan to bring down people from the diaspora to vote. That was one of the concerns raised. Of course, all these years.
But they've been doing that,
I don't understand the verb. When they had a plan.
No, but
what full in effect.
Right. What I'm saying now is that now they're complaining, they're talking about that and seeing that as a means to attack them. No, I don't understand how they could be on the back foot now, because that was something that they were doing. They were doing.
In Kakupalan's Tiffin like to see company carry bag.
At all. Anytime you see a man with a bag, you say,
something I should get and he gets it. That's where you go.
And that is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You talk, what are you saying? Yeah. What is he saying? Boy?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
He's talking to you, as I say, you all, because I consider you to be been there for all these years.
But you see how he's spin it? You don't see them as coming to rescue us, They come in because they have no respect for us and they don't consider us.
Yeah.
That's these
but
fellas.
I thought they should have been part of the rescue mission team. So he should send for them just as how America came and they say rescue Grenada. He should have organized that rescue mission. Because locally here they are talking about rescuing Grenada, and you need help. You alone cannot do it.
Well, I tell you, given the opportunities my guy had, you didn't do it when you had 40 years. You only do it when you had 50, not 60, not 70. You want to do it when you have 80? Who you fooling? Me? No, you can run. I ain't find so.
Yeah.
Because you didn't use your experience to do the right thing. And when you get to 80 years, all you have going for you is your experience and everything else off.
Yeah, but what has been happening, though, to Diablo in particular, is that he realized now that, he's sort of embarrassed first, that he was thrown out, by an NDC government, especially a leader who just came in and just campaigned for just about 8 months. And imagine you had a 15 seat in Parliament, 15 seats in Parliament, and he knock him out and take 9 out of the 15 in less than 8 months.
And as far as he's concerned, he's not somebody qualified, he's an idiot to do that to him.
Right.
And when he come out,
he
just landed.
No, I tell you, if he's all well and good. If somebody learned and well accomplished and put you to shame, but when he sees an idiot, as for you, that do that to you, you must be upset.
It doesn't speak about the person, speak about you.
Yeah. Where you stand? If an idiot as for you could do that to me.
Well, I didn't know it. I should pack up and go. But and the reality that people, and there are a lot of people who listen to me right now and could recall in past elections. Why do you think them 15-0 happened? Because a lot of people in the diaspora got free tickets.
Well,
and they came down in droves.
Yeah.
And saying that's democracy. That's just.
Well, that was the way of staying in power too, because they wanted to bring all these votes in, and they didn't want to start the whole thing about.
So how come they're talking about about what? The NDC wanting to.
Well, the term that he used as idiot, I think it should be reversed,
Yeah.
Nothing.
Let me say that, Mr. Bowen. If you keep quiet, I'll tell him we'll not only bring people from diaspora, we're giving free gas, we're putting money in an envelope, and all these good things that they're guilty of doing too.
Money in envelope and t-shirts.
Yes, and t-shirts and all these things. Yes,
we're putting them there.
And in many instances, it's US.
Yes,
we
not only that, we're promising oil and gas too.
Yes,
all these good things.
We inviting people to come up in Paul's airport and make a big announcement.
All the good things we're doing.
Yes. Yeah, we are there too. And tell them, listen now, we have 10 wells, 11 wells,
yes,
and we have 10 already in control.
So just imagine.
So imagine.
Because they spoke about one well You know what? One
One
way.
way can give? Not just 10? And what now, he was careful and he was particular enough to say, with all that wells and that money coming from gas, please don't put that in that Zimbabwe hand.
Yes. That is so true.
I mean, come on.
Well, let me tell you, the table turn, eh? And what you're going to see happening now, especially Diablo right now, is in a monkey pants because they cannot find any grounds to really campaign.
True.
They're not getting any traction, no way. And the political leader is in the back.
No.
Should be in front. No, should be in the front.
Okay.
Should be in the front, but it's really in the back. Because if you watch some of the meetings and you watch what's taking place there, is that he's still the star and he's still in control. And now he's getting the feedback from the public that she's not getting the traction. So they don't know how to control that because she doesn't really have what it takes, in order to get people to listen to her and to be objective and want to see, their support. So it's not really sad as far as I'm concerned. I love it.
It's not sad?
I love it.
I mean, come on. I mean,
Vibes FM, hold on. Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Yeah, Kim.
Yeah, go ahead.
A team don't like to see a thief with a long bag. You thief so much a last election over the years, so
Right.
that and so.
Right.
You can't take his sunny glasses.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay. That's true.
There's many ways of saying it. I never heard the words long bag. I was sitting there, but I just see company carry bag.
But I think the message and the essence of it is the same.
True.
Yeah, because they're scared of the diaspora.
Yeah.
And they're scared now that they know what they have been doing over the years, and now is the table turned. So they're figuring out this 7,000. They're calling all kind of numbers because they know the numbers.
So they didn't know that they had 7,000 and 6,000 people coming down to vote for them too.
Let me tell you,
That caused all the chaos in doing it.
But we know that too, and they know that too. They are conscious of it. And even though it's not taking place yet, or it didn't take place at all, they still are scared that the possibility of it taking place would, that's it.
And tell him if you don't stop one of the few things I forgot to mention. we buying the pastors too,
You pastors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because one the shows with the tourism money because
You have
if I get one pastor have a congregation.
You have a congregation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
if the pastor influence the congregation and see this, this is the best thing for us.
I heard a pastor, speak one time. I think it was even on here. I'm not sure, so I can't really quote, saying that they got together one time with their Diablo, and each of them was offered some $10,000 or something of the nature, to
promote the cause.
To promote, yes. As so in other words, now by him giving them that money, then they would influence the churchgoers and people like that, to stay on the side of the NNP. And I heard some pastors, was one pastor in particular, that was one time preaching every Sunday about NNP and supporting the government.
But not that, he turned the 23rd Psalm into the 24th Psalm because he said God didn't tell nobody to lie down in yellow pasture, to lie down in green pasture. so that must be 24th Psalm. I don't know.
No, that's a 23rd and a half Psalm.
I know what
it didn't quite reach 24, so it's 24. But yeah.
Yeah, but that was the norm.
Yeah.
And last election, I'm going to confess now. The last election.
Please do.
Confess.
Good for the soul. Go ahead.
Good for the soul.
I know of one person in the US who received 2 tickets, they told me, from the NNP to come down to vote.
Yes.
But they didn't want to support the NNP because they weren't going to come.
Yes.
And they asked me, please, these 2 tickets, because of what you guys are doing, and I believe the NDC is going to win and they want to support the NDC, find 2 persons, convince Unen and know they're going to come down to vote for the NDC.
That's a confession.
Yes.
Wow.
And I found 2. And they get the tickets.
And I guess,
And they came down on tickets they
paid for, organized by
the NNP. They claimed that,
Yes.
Just imagine.
So what are you talking about now?
By the way, Kim, you were involved in that? Well, you forgive more than forget you.
No.
I find 2 people. And I say, yes.
You see what I mean?
And I call the partner. I say, what? You have the tickets? He say, yes, man. He said, so okay, I send somebody to pick it up. He say, you sure they go vote for NDC? I say, yes. Yeah, man. And they travel on the tickets. They came down here.
And they voted.
Yeah, they vote.
Yeah, but how heard a few, it wasn't that many, but I heard a few folks did that, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, they fly green, but they vote yellow.
Well, not only that, let me tell you something.
Again?
I was involved when they were giving the free gas.
Yes.
I say, go and get the gas. Go and get free gas from Motorcade.
Yeah,
and they went and they get the gas. And as soon as they get the gas, they drop out of the line and they come by me and they say, look, watch it. And they give me, they gave me the invoice of the gas because what they were doing, they were writing down the vehicle number. So I say, this, you could publish this. But when I thought about it, if I would have published that, they would be identifying the person easy who gave me the invoices.
Yes.
So I said, no, I wouldn't publish it. But I was convinced and I take a snap for myself. I say, yes, we get some free gas.
Well, I could tell you one thing, you're not guilty now because it's your damn money.
Let me take a call.
You're guilty.
Live FM? Line 9 caller first. What's up, callers? Hold on. Line 9 caller.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, morning, yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Right. And nice to see you all back.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. The diaspora. I said that the NNP lost the diaspora. Okay? They lost it.
Yeah.
They had it with them and they was winning with that. They, as Kem normally say, all the meetings in the diaspora, bus. So it's not train or plane, bus. The turnout was so small. And they know that. And the turnout to the NDC meetings in the diaspora is so large. And you see Kem Jones? Kem Jones is a master, you know. Kem Jones promote the NDC when they didn't have an executive. That was before Deacon came on. He had a youth group. I heard they call them Youth for Change.
Youth for Change. I was involved in it. Yes, I remember.
Good, great. That was very successful. I knew Tevin came along from Carriacou to be in some of the meetings.
Yep.
And I remember Kem telling the youth, I think it was in Loreto, they was in St. John's. He holding them until the NDC is ready. And then they go over to the NDC, you know. That was Kem Jones walking.
Yep.
He went in the diaspora and motivate people. And that also worked. One of the things I heard him said, he told the diaspora, whenever they come into Grenada, whether it's a wedding, funeral, holiday, whatever, make sure they register to vote. And now I think we have 109,000 people in Grenada, and we have 90-something thousand registered to vote. So that tells you the amount of the diaspora that will be back here for election.
Yep.
Now, the green bosses realize that is not with them. So that's why here they playing the tune they're playing. They lose it, and they lose it for good. These children, in experience, have done so much better in 3 years than what the adults, the parents, the experience could not have done in 23 and a half years. So how they expect people who think about Grenada going to hold on to them? And there is no way they're going to come back. They have two leaders in the NNP. One is the opposition leader, and the next one is the chairman of the party. Who is in the forefront? Check from since that time. Who is in the forefront? You always see Dr. Mitchell with the media than MNP. At one time, I was asking about wait now, who really in charge? If MNP is the opposition leader, she is the leader of the party, why he don't give her space to promote herself? And he's making the most noise. Now, who is going to take the party into the upcoming election? Is it Emlyn or he? Somebody had to toss a coin somewhere, you know. But I'm certain this political party, the NNP, they would not see the seat of government in Grenada for some time. And that party might gone into extinction. And another party may come up later.
Yep.
What is affecting these people is that they did not expect the government to be so progressive. Well, let me take back that word because that word was an NNP slogan. they didn't expect this government to be so transformative.
Yeah.
Okay? So revolutionize, taking the entire country forward, you know. And as the Prime Minister said, up and up.
Yep.
Yeah. They can't understand that until now. That if I'm the opposition, you is the government, you come up with projects that benefits the country. If I want to make headway, I would not be lambasting you on what you're doing, you know. If I cannot give you good words, give you kudos, I'll hush my mouth. But you opening your mouth, let them bigger and people feel that the good thing the government is doing is bad for the country. So then how the people will see you? You don't like Grenada? Because you cannot tell me just what is that I heard Emlyn criticizing the government concerning education. Well, the latest is with the laptop for Form 1 and Form 2 children throughout all these secondary schools on the trial and state. Now, is that something that you're going to criticize again? Will you do that? they pay the pension, they deduct salary, you criticize them. The labor force, I don't think that the government is mad, or whoever do the math is mad to say that Grenada the unemployment rate is what? Down to 9 point something percent?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is a single digit?
Yep.
This is something that a nation should be applauding.
Right.
But the opposition have problem with that. If they were good at ability, they're not good at why they're outside. They're going to stay in the rain and learn. And if they can't learn, well, they would not be there. They will remain in the home. Good day.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me take another call. What's up, caller? Time for you.
Morning.
What's up? Basketman. Yeah, Basketman. Yeah, what's up?
I'm sorry because I'm not getting the station. If I had broken down yesterday, I'm not getting the station. But I just say, let me make a call to follow there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we have a little bit of an issue. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have to get one. I don't get one here at all.
You could try 101.
Are you going to get one?
Yep,
but I don't get that at all. But I still have a consultation.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Coy, Mr. Joseph, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Basket. Yeah, good morning.
I would like Emlyn Pierre and Kate Lewis to come out and tell us how many parents there is to give tuition fee to, because they are saying that was to happen. How much children there is to give tuition fee to, but if the government now is giving all children, regardless of who you are, how much children used to get tuition fee in NNP time? Yeah? So if they can't tell us that they were lying somewhere, because they're lying anyway, everything they say is a lie. And then now, Kid Mitchell is the boss of NNP, not Emlyn Pierre.
Up to two.
Kid Mitchell what Emlyn Pierre. He just put Emlyn Pierre there as a cover up. The greater people have got to know that. Emlyn Pierre they didn't know it in leadership. Just saying that because and the NNP people so short that they don't understand what typical psychological warfare on them is. But I have a next piece to do. The brother was called from Sotel of the. Is I NDC brother? Last week he was I didn't listen. I couldn't listen to the program. I was on a different drive last week. But when I was listening to the replay of the program, I heard he was saying that because of the children bullying, they should go to the Bible. Brother, let me tell you something. The Bible is where bullying meets. The The Bible is what makes bullying. For example, brothers, let's look at it. How can God choose a criminal to be a prophet? For example, Moses was asked, as he said, to fight with the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, and all the other people. And he become a prophet. St. Paul, we should go about and killing all the Christians, persecuting the Christians. And St. Paul become a prophet. Something is wrong with our thinking, brothers and sisters. No, God, as I said, God sent the blood to kill all the people and well, what kind of good God is and what kind of good his prophets are. Brothers and sisters, just open your mind and your brain, because the implantment of slavery is in us so bad that we don't know that the Bible is implanted on us. And I said before, the Bible, I call the Bible plantation teaching, brothers and sisters, because it's on the plantation, they introduce the Bible, and the school, D-Day, brothers and sisters, NBC Power, and that big man in Church of the open your brain. Did they introduce the school and the Bible to free the people or to keep them in slavery? For example, when King James chose the people to write the Bible, why did he left out the book of Enoch, the book of Mary Magdalene, and St. Thomas? Why did he leave out those books from the Bible? Brothers and sisters, you have to get something tangible to read and get to know the truth, because we are going down a slippery road and we don't know where we're going, because the Bible don't lead you to nowhere else than the wrong path. And but with the Bible, you cannot bring children to righteousness. There is no righteousness in the Bible, brothers and sisters. So I'm saying this so my brothers could think. So I thank you for listening to Mr. Ken. I'll talk to you again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to remind our listeners, the telephone numbers to reach us 403-0101, 403-0101, 443-0101, and 458-1914. All right. We're talking about who is leader and who ain't leader. Let me say something. The chairman of the party, right, is a higher position than the leader of the party. So when Diablo moved off as the leader, official leader, he really promoted himself, you know. You guys don't realize that. He promoted himself. The chairman of the party is a higher position than the leader of the party.
Well, he promoted himself. He created an opportunity where they would vote when it comes to chairman at the party. Because I think the person who was chairman at the time was Oliver from St. David. So he's just taking a position. He orchestrated this whole thing so that they can vote for him as chairman at the party. But he's aware that as chairman at the party, he has the chairman, you know.
Yeah.
Has to sign out on things. I mean, the political leader is just a person who traditionally, the politics, the person who is out front there. But in terms of the business of the organization, the chair has a lot to say.
Well, and this is why he continues to dominate.
Yeah.
And this is why now the leader of the opposition cannot get no traction because of his dominance. That's the bottom line. That's what's taking place now.
But
so now, yes.
I mean, does he really want her to have any impact, to have any say?
No. The thing was done to get rid of Pedro.
Well, not to get rid of, but of course to block him,
to deprive him.
To deprive him, and again you have to look at the genuineness of these guys, man. I mean,
he did that because he was scared, and now, as somebody was saying to me the other day, he dug one pit, and didn't realize he should dig two.
Yeah.
So now,
well, I guess some people know who
when he tried to push Pedro down there, Pedro pushed him down instead.
Yeah,
and Pedro looking at him down there and say, "Hey, I'm here, Vibes FM, caller, come in."
Yeah, Kim.
Yes, go ahead, yeah.
Kim, this man already here. What you do for Bush's people?
Oh God.
Over the years, he spending power. You do nothing to better Bush's people life. but you want to stay on power. Put them in there, they just to try to win election, but tell him you get one lash in the skin. He and I can bring it. Okay?
Gosh, thank you. Are you from Precision, sir?
Huh?
No,
he left. But yeah, I mean, people are angry.
Yeah,
people are angry. Yeah, in terms of what I see is happening. How could you do a thing like that? You know.
40 years.
Yeah, right. Oh yes.
40 years in that lifetime, a man could have a grandchild. Huh? And you never thought, and he's so consistent. You know, he and his neighbor were going up the road, going up on the west coast there with Guampova. And it's still, boy, ignorance is a crime, you know.
It is. It's a criminal offense to be ignorant.
Wow.
And whatnot, especially, and when that ignorance is tempered with arrogance. I mean, come on, man. That's that. You have to go. You have to go to court to be judged again. You're already convicted. Arrogance plus ignorance.
Yes. There's combination. Yes, there's combination. And
the sad thing is that we have seen these things being played out. Let's take our former prime minister for example. Could you recall the level of arrogance? Yeah, I mean, I heard you made a comment a while ago. You know, the damn money is mine.
Yeah.
How more arrogant you can become? Yeah. People are trying to get the solution to a problem, and with this briefcase thing, yeah. You know, he was all over the world.
You see, and the difference between these two, Tikan travels and he comes back. Open casket. This is what I did, this is what I have, this is what I brought back. You come back with a steel casket. What's in the briefcase, nobody know. You saying is one figure, my man says another figure. So, was it Steiner?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that was the issue. $500,000 alleged to have been in the briefcase. Yes, and you know we go through the whole process here in Grenada of having an inquiry. You know, having an inquiry, and I don't think people understand what came out of the inquiry. He was implicated. Come on. But now, you know, in the arrogance I'm talking about, he went called people in polls and say, hey, that's the same time he dealt with this oil thing. Yeah. And he said, as a matter of fact, I wish it was more. The damn money was mine.
Damn money.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, come on. I mean, where I'm talking here about the arrogance. The arrogance.
Well, you see, and the arrogance is a lot more obvious when the folks that you're dealing with and the folks that you're perpetrating this kind of arrogance is just with ignorance, you know.
Oh God. I mean, it's like I hear our foreparents saying, "Go, I'll come. You will learn one day." Yeah, because you have some children who just can't hear. Whoa, they can hear back, and they're just going. Go ahead, I'll come.
Okay, gentlemen, let me just move a little bit to something else that I want to discuss. You know,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you've been listening to Talawa the other day speaking about Talawa. Talawa, well, whatever. Tafawa, whatever. Talawa, whatever.
Yes,
some kind of thing like
yes,
that.
Yes.
Speaking about victimization, boy, victimization he was talking about. And I say to myself, you know, what goes around comes around. And what they sometimes not remembering, you know, or what if trying to forget is what we're remembering. Because I remember Talawa, wife was the Minister of Education at one time. Koy, you might remember the incident that took place in Mount Pleasant School.
Yes.
With the uniform.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember.
Listen, man, that is victimization to the fullest 1 million degree, if there's anything like that.
Yeah.
Because Teacher Emma, not even Teacher Emma, leave Teacher Emma out of that for the moment, you know. The PTA got together and decided that they wanted to change the uniform, the top in particular, of the kids going to school. They went ahead in voting, and they went ahead, they decided on a color, and they went ahead and did it. When it was done, MLI and company didn't approve of the color. If you remember, the gold, you know, but they claim it was more yellow.
It was too close to yellow.
Too close to yellow. And because of that, they decided that they were not going to allow the kids to come to school with that uniform. And Teacher Emma was the principal at the time. So they stepped on her to change it, but she said she's not in a position to change that because it's a decision that was made by the PTA. So she really had nothing to do with it. You know, they made a decision, and if the parents decide that they want to dress and have this uniform for the kids, why not? Because it's their interest as well. But MLI didn't like it because of the color. So what she did, she came, and if you remember, they demanded that they change the uniform, which she had no control over. And the kids were even threatened not to be thrown out of school at one time if they come with that uniform to school. So the parents had to go back to the drawing board again now and get the original uniform back in progress. But what did they do to Chichayama? You remember?
Yeah.
They took out as principal.
Exile in Bogles?
Yeah, they dump in Bogles in that Methodist church, whatever, the preschool or whatever it is might be there. Without a table, without a chair, without nothing.
What that says? Victimization.
Victimization to the fullest.
But you know, I don't understand who gives these people the right to even talk about victimization.
You don't know who them right?
Listen.
Yes, when you live in a glass house, you mustn't throw stones.
They weren't living in a glass house at the time, you know. They were living in a. What I used to say, the house is solid and strong.
Okay.
So what
something else again.
But listen, there's so many examples you could talk about in victimization that took place under the former administration. You joking? And MLI and Tarawa
talking now about
victimization.
No, but I heard a police officer, somebody who is familiar with the system and whatever body that governed them, and he was debunking piece by piece. What man was alleging, and you say, whoa, yo. But if it's whoever encouraged him to do that, if it's his spouse, post his letter so right.
Take time to know?
No, when a man loves a woman, he do any damn thing. His life one.
No, really.
Ouch. Yeah.
And in the case of Talawa, he resigned. He sent his resignation and he pension. In other words, that's a decision that sometimes you could make on your own. You decide to retire. So you resign, you retire, and you go and you get a pension. You get a big pension, and you get all this pension to come and gratuity and everything like that after working for about 30 plus years or whatever. And you're talking victimization. You're really barely bad. When I look at it, I just say to myself, they're forgetting what transpired when they were there, and it was all good and well. They didn't have no problem with it. And no, this is not even victimization because you retire. If a man decides to retire, hey, listen, you have an option, At a certain age, when you reach the retirement age, you could decide, well, listen, I'm not going anymore plus that. And I'm going to just retire and just correct what benefits I have and live with that. And he did that, and he come and talk about victimization. And MLI forget what MLI used to do.
Yeah, you see, in the previous administration, he enjoyed a privilege that he wasn't entitled to because I understand his promotion
But he didn't deserve it.
And
he didn't qualify.
Not only deserve the steps that were taken.
Yes, he jumped. But you know in jump class?
What I was trying to say.
He's skipping.
The skipping class, he passed test, but he promoted he skip him.
Yes.
And he passed the test. So he went from Don CBC to Lofos, and then he
just goes up to standard.
How he was started Don CBC. ABC can never be done.
Yes, yeah.
ABC can be done.
They had a Don CBC.
So you had two ABCs.
Yes.
Don CBC and
Bright ABC.
Bright ABC.
Yeah.
So, and which one he was it?
Don CBC, yes. When Don CBC wanted to train sitting and scratching there and holding, and they walk good on the blackboard.
I want to talk now about victimization. You're joking. Let me tell you guys, anytime we talk victimization, I just get upset, because I'm living proof of victimization. What them guys try to do to me, boy. I tell you, if I wasn't strong and determined, we wouldn't be doing this program now. Vibes FM, caller, come in. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, from Gary to Deacon, the most victimization happened on that kid.
Yep.
The revolution was not victimizing people, so the revolution was mainly going to get people to come up to the standard that they're supposed to be. Right? Now, you have some senior police officers that they play football with. I know one, I think he was a superintendent. He used to live somewhere in Grand House in Skim. They sent him up to the prison. And from the prison, they sent him to manage the bus terminal. Okay?
Yeah.
They take James Clarkson, I think Clarkson was what was Deputy Commissioner of Police. They sent him to manage the bus terminal. The Bartholomew, what's his correct name? Two of them were sent to manage the bus terminal. There was another superintendent, I can't remember his rank. They sent him to the prison, then they sent him to manage the bus terminal. They moved him from the bus terminal to the cruise ship terminal. But I wish I could remember his name now. Medico and others. When they were supposed to be promoted, when the names reached to the National Security Minister, he changed it. Medico and him went to court, and the court ruled in their favor. No, was that victimization? Pierre, I don't know how Pierre reached when he reached it, but he reached up. He was a superintendent or something like that, a deputy commissioner, whatever his rank was. People climb the ladder based on who they are or who they associate with. It's not being qualification to bring them there. Okay? And anybody could sing any calypso on how he get there. But that is not the crux of the matter. Now in the private sector, you can work up to 20 years straight, retire, you get what you have to get, and you move on. And when I used to work in Nawasa, there are those who got the big haul of money. They didn't reach 60 years yet. They went and do business, whatnot. Who go and work with other companies and them kind of thing. In the public sector, I think they have is 29 and 2/3 years to work, and they could retire. So they don't have to wait until they reach 60 or 62 or whatever. And to make that among guys, 29 and 2/3. Anybody will correct me on that. I heard one person say 27 and 2/3. But I think it's 29 and 2/3 years. They could retire and take whatever benefit is up to the like the gratuity. They can take that. And when they turn when they reach retirement age on the NIS, they get a pension from NIS. Yeah. Now he already gone past. Understand, he made it 29 and so just whatever it is. So that's the age of retirement. He didn't resign. He retired because he went before Public Service Commission. Okay. So he retired. He is making an argument now It's 8 years and how much months? Because it didn't reach 60, whatever amount of years. That was a point. Okay, so we're talking about the code book, we decide on that. And once you reach 29 and 2/3 years, we retire. The code had nothing to do with it. The next 8 years to turn 60, how much? No. Your retirement age first is 29 and 2/3 in the service. Well, see, that is how the politics does play. It does not come up with the truth. It does try to make to confuse to get the support. But if he's educated, if he's smart, he don't hush him out. You come from Public Service Commission, and you behave like a man who tired with him and they put him out of the house, and they start to banga all over the place. Oh, the woman, she did she that and the other, blah, 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 blah. So he's the innocent man now. Now, if I am the Prime Minister, and the opposition leader, wife of husband, works with national security, it will be a concern to me. It will be a concern to me. I cannot trust somebody like that because information will leak. Everybody will be not me, but information will leak. So in order to make sure that doesn't happen, I will take such a step. You make your time where you could retire at 29 months. Yeah.
Yep.
Public Service Commission that does retire people, not the Prime Minister. Public Service Commission that does retire people. When one guy told me once, when I met him in town, I asked him, what happened? Tell me he's not on holiday. No. He told me his retirement coming up. So Public Service Commission wrote him that all the holidays he have inside, leading up to that retirement date, that's to take him. So he go on long leave.
Right.
Because they're not paying him for those holidays.
Right.
Okay? So he go on long leave until such time. When it is reach,
right.
So they have a policy, okay, that isn't that often retirement for the public service and the private sector. So if I make it 29 and 2000 and you decide to retire me, I gone.
Yep.
I did not to wait for that to happen. I could say, well, look,
you have a choice, yes.
Now 29 and 2/3 years of service there. So I send my letter to Public Service Commission or whoever so that I could be retired on to what else I could do in life. That I think is a principal thing to do. But you're jumping up with your blah 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 blah, banga banga, and just like it. Let me hold back that one.
I say so too.
All right.
Don't expect it.
Okay. All right.
Tell me something. One thing before I go.
Yeah.
For years now, I've been hearing they calling Dr. Mitchell after the right honorable. Now, who give him that right? I know, okay, he's a doctor of whatever. I think it's maths or whatever.
Yeah.
The statistics.
Right. Where did he get a right from?
Yeah, I think it has to do something with the Queen. I don't have all the figures, the information on my fingertips right now, but at least it came from the some honor from the Queen.
When that happened?
Yeah, but a few years before he left office, really. And yeah, there is something about the right honorable. It has to do with some kind of recognition by the Queen. As I said,
I'm trying to follow this thing. Eh?
Yes, yes.
Who are the prime ministers in the Caribbean that carry that right? Eric Williams didn't have that.
Well,
Manley didn't have it.
The Trinidad was a republic, so
no, but here no.
Before the
republic.
Yeah, but I know there are some issue with that. I could probably research it someone.
We should look into that
and get into it. But I remember having a conversation. I mean, way back when about this whole issue about right honorable.
Yeah, I think I read something.
The was in Antigua.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have it. Sam Adams and them in Barbados didn't have it. Eugenia Charles didn't have it. He's the only one that have it.
Eugenia Charles was Dame, and Dame is the equivalent to it. Like
Eugenia Charles was Prime Minister.
Yeah, but
she wasn't Dame. She wasn't Dame.
She wasn't
She
Dame?
was Prime Minister.
But I'm saying in terms of the title, I mean,
No, she didn't carry that.
Well, anyhow, I can't give you all the details on that, but as I said, I'm aware.
We should look into that.
I'm aware that there were discussions on that, and there was a part of. I'll look into it.
Yes,
you know, I read something about this right business. And what I concluded then is this title, if that is right, I want to be wrong.
Okay, all right. But even so, hold on.
We'll look at it.
Do this. Get this thing ready for next week Thursday. Please.
Yeah, yes.
Let's not use up much time.
You got assignment. You got assignment.
But if the Queen give him that, well, she already dead. Okay. As far as he that have no use because he was the wrong honorable for Grenada.
Yes. I was telling you that.
About right honorable, he always wrong.
I'll do that for you. I'll do it for us, not only you, but for us, because it's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Somebody just send me this. Let me see if I see.
All right.
And I think of victimization. Yes, I think of Tafawa Pierre.
What?
Who has dedicated over 34 years of service to this country without not even one infraction as he served this country. Maybe the only crime he has committed is to be the wife of the political leader of the new National Party.
No, but to be the wife?
Brothers and sisters.
To be the wife, yeah.
But I say to you tonight.
To be the wife?
They should be the husband.
This is not an...
You know, they get a little tied up because she said to be the wife.
Oh, yes, of the political leader.
Yeah. And she should
probably what she's trying to say that probably
he was the husband.
Maybe the only crime he has committed is to be the wife of the political leader of the new National Party.
He's the wife of the political leader.
Very consistent, Evelyn. Wrong as usual.
Yeah.
But I say to you tonight, this is not an isolated story. The story of this gentleman is not an isolated story. And that is why I stand tonight boldly to say end to victimization in this country.
Look, we're talking.
Because you of Tafawa Pierre, who has dedicated over 34 years of service to this country without not even one infraction as he served this country.
It's perfect.
Okay, so
yeah.
Maybe the only crime he has committed is to be the wife of the political leader of the new National Party.
Something wrong somewhere.
I'm telling you, as usual.
Something wrong somewhere. She did not even catch herself and say, well, I mean, you know, sometimes you're speaking and you will say certain things, but you come back to you and it change it. Why would it happen then?
But you guys are not observant, I'm afraid, and you guys ought to do better than that. When you see what you're saying makes no sense and is not the truth, God does tell you to say the wrong thing. You know? You remember that lady in Sotes? What her name is? Oh boy.
Who? That again.
She and somebody else did the same foolishness, and even Diablo once did that.
When he said, "Look at this." Look at this. Look at the crew, or look at the. You remember?
Yeah.
He was saying, "Look at these people." The crew, and they all qualified English. I tell you, Vibes FM coming.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Yes.
Let me just say first,
Yeah.
I'm not getting you on 106.
Yeah, we are aware of that. The engineer just went up there, so that should be on maybe shortly, very shortly.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other point is, my wife and I worked with government. Right. She was in a higher position.
Yeah, caller, could you step up the volume a little bit, please?
We worked with government.
Yeah.
her from place to place, and she ended up in the same ministry where I was. I got promotion to a higher office, and she was called in by public service. She was called in, and they told her, listen, your husband is now in this position, and you're in that position, and you're all in the same ministry, and that we think there will be some conflict there, so you will have to be removed, right?
Okay.
So she was transferred to another ministry. Okay. So
yeah.
That is a policy in government, right?
Yeah.
And listen, I was a victim of victimization. I was removed and put to sit down on a desk for 6 years.
Familiar with that?
Without any explanation. 6
Mm.
years. Although I went and saw them and asked them, listen, what is the matter? I need something to do. 6 years, no explanation. So don't worry about them saying the thing is too much in the eyes and they can't see it. Because they were the masters of it.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Speaking about 6 years, when he mentioned the 6 years, he reminded me of our PS who was here.
Right, yes.
Javan?
Yes, of course, he was Tim Alexander superintendent. I'm super.
What? You was the super in the building?
Yes, he was.
They just put a little box office there. Not even a box. A little place with a chair and a table.
Yes.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
For years and years and years and years and years. I don't even know how many years.
Mm-hmm.
Doing nothing. And I would pass them down and say, hey, what's happening, boy? Say a day. That's it. Nothing to do. That is victimization.
And the hypocrisy in that, Kim and so Leo, is that he was in charge of
local government with nothing to do.
Yeah. And we still have it. Isn't local government still existing now? Supposed to be existing now? No, the point is that is hypocrisy. They couldn't get rid of him as PS.
Right.
And they couldn't get rid of him because there was some legal issues there.
Well, yeah, no, because he was appointed.
And also they want to punish him. And what is the word? Victimization?
Yeah.
They want to punish him. Put him in a building. I thought that was not even part of the ministry complex. Yeah. A private went up a private place and put him there and say he's the one in charge, responsible and in charge of local government.
Mm-hmm.
Such hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about victimization.
Well, as this scholar just said, listen, for 6 years, he was just put there sitting on a table, nothing to do. And he's asking, listen, give me something to do, please. Let me just sit down here just like that. Victimization. That's exactly. And they're the ones who initiated the word. They made the word because when I was growing up, it was never in Chambers Dictionary. until I went in Oxford the other day. And when I see victimization, you know what the explanation was? NNP. That's all it is. And there are some pictures there. You're joking. And they want to talk victimization? You're joking, man.
Yeah.
No. I tell you, man, the Vibes FM, take a call. Vibes FM caller, come in. Caller?
Hey, Kim.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning to you, and good morning to Leo and
good morning.
McCoy.
Good morning.
Listen, is it possible that Ficklin is not lying? She may be saying that she is the man of the house and the guy is the wife.
Good way to put it. Good way to put it.
But my position right now is...
Yeah, caller, go ahead.
No comment.
No comment? Go ahead.
Predecessor.
These are possibilities.
Yes. I hear you.
The way it was phrased, if you take it to mean what it is.
Yes. Of course. No,
to be wife.
And she says that is the only
reason. Yeah.
Only reason.
Yes.
The only wrong thing that was
that the only he's guilty of.
Yes. He's been the wife of a leader of the opposition.
According to Zeki, he stand accused.
I stand accused.
So the caller said, no, who's the husband? Or maybe you have 2 wives in the house?
No. I ain't going there. 2 wives in your house? No.
Don't go there.
Don't go there. Don't go there. But victimization, like I said, is a brainchild of the NNP.
Good.
I lived it. All I know into why. I tell you, they did everything possible. At one time, listen what they do. Forget with when they try to take me off the radio station and do all kind of things to me to get me, frustrated, whatever.
Okay.
In the ministry, there's what they call local purchase order, LPOs that support the business or they get stuff from businesses in the town or in the constituency. Don't have to be town. Anyway, whatever. My name was up on the chat with a big red X.
You may pass or what?
Don't go there. all I know, bro.
Well, I would say to you, Kim, I'm not discounting what you experience, but the biggest victimization that was done was to the island of Karaku,
Yes, the entire
Karaku.
After they finished with the individuals, they said what?
That division.
Yes, man.
That division and this dumb down of Karaku and that is not a minor infraction. That thing is very major. And the trouble is, you thought after you've done that to us and done some damage to us, you continue by defacing that movement of the report was a total deface of Karaku, You take out all Karaku teeth in your mouth and you want it to smile. You take out the put in tongue. What you do that for?
Probably they wanted us to have false teeth.
I don't know.
If you take out all the teeth in water.
Is that what you do? When you move the pot and you just turn Hillsborough into a ghost town instead of you enhancing the place and trying to do something. After you've done nothing, your legacy is that you deprive us of 300. Yeah.
Vibes FM color. Yeah.
So you and so Coy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. How are you? Thank you.
I wanted to ask, when I heard the Honorable Minister you played the...
Not minister, that's not minister. She's just a representative, member of parliament.
Senate, all right, parliament.
Member of parliament, yeah.
I was going to ask you, who is Tafara Pierre, some name of that kind? Who is that person?
Based on what she said,
he was the wife
or spouse.
Yes, I was spouse. But Tafara Pierre used to be head of FIU and been in the police force, something like that. So.
Okay.
And just to kind of clarify and to save you from the stress that I'm trying to put you through, he is the wife of Emily Pierre.
Watch.
Right.
As you mentioned FIU, I'll forget Senate.
No.
Watch, boy. The amount of people that suffer.
Yeah.
The amount of people victimized.
Yeah.
Boy.
Victimization.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, yes.
Well, I was part of that system too.
Oh, you too?
Yes. Even having been the PRO, Public Relations Officer, in just namesake, is also a victimization. I mean, in that sense, because you just having the name, you're sitting there in an office, or maybe you're on the road, your office is wherever it is, and you cannot perform, you cannot even represent. So the victimization that they are trying to claim that this government are responsible for is just a hypocrisy. I think that honesty and truthfulness is very important, right? Be honest. I know what it is there, as that guy was speaking in wherever ministry was in, and they just, he experienced such victimization. My victimization was in the sense of they had some, I don't know if you call them crooks or whatever, walking in the department, and, they've been defrauding people, I had a contract, I remember, in Hillsborough School there, and
they told me, well, it's only $90,000 they can, it's on the budget to do what I'm doing. And when I put all the documents together and thinking that I'm going to get my $90,000, they give me 70 and tell me that is what they have.
You get a haircut.
So where does the rest go? And up to now, I haven't got my $30,000. And even when they said that they would be paying next week, you'll get our money. Everything is done. All the paperwork is done. It was never done. I have to be running up and down in Grenada in the ministry there. I think the security gets so accustomed with me that they just tell me, go ahead. I have to keep going and check it upstairs, on that floor there with these folks. So, I mean...
but caller, wait, before you go further, let me just tell you something that I know. I know of some people told me of their experience in that line, is that sometimes when they were given the contract, there was something called kickback. I don't know if you ever heard that word, kickback. You had to put back something in the kitty.
Yeah, I did experience something like that too. That's why I'm talking about victimization.
The commission.
And abuse as well. But what happens, I mean, I have some workers with me there and all of us is hungry.
Yeah.
So when we can't get the money, I have to go credit food.
God.
And I have to end up paying our $5,000 to feed the multitude as Christ did, which I had no problem doing because we go walk. We need energy, So having done such good, and perhaps having to be looked on and perceived as, otherwise, it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, God has to be my defense. But to see all this victimization and experience that in the past administration, it is a fact, and I have experienced it in many forms and ways. And I cried about it. I've been to, even to that Eminent Pierre. I remember I went in the office in Grenada there and making concern about that. And she would send me up back to the, the office up there and down again and up. And she's not there. And a whole sort of thing. I spent a lot of money up and down Grenada trying to sort out those problems. And up to now, it never happened. Nobody listens to you. And I'm very concerned about those things, So today we have a government that is doing the best, trying and making sure that, they run the country as a country should run. Being concerned about the people, not just personal thing. I mean, there are folks, in all honesty, we might say, okay, the Honorable Minister never, previous government, Honorable Kit Mitchell, has done nothing. I would not be dishonest to say that. I would be very honest to say he did a lot, and he did a lot for his friends and those who, wants to tie it up.
Okay. Okay.
But those of us on the outside, we've been castigated, and we cannot, I have no conscience now. I mean, I listened to him for many years, and even when he comes down to the point where he says that this is his last, and that's it, going to give up the mantle, pass on the mantle rather, he should do that a long time ago. So, and still is there fighting up. Why are you doing that? So I believed him and many of us as supporters, and we have to switch and move because he's lying. I never trust a liar. I have confidence. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to trust no man. The only trust we're supposed to have is God. But we would have a bit of confidence. I don't know if we could find another word besides trust, because the word of God tells you trust. Don't trust in flesh.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because you expect disappointment.
Confidence is a little better.
Right. Yeah, I think confidence, we have to find some other word and put it in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Basically, what has happened to our country, I mean, we should have been far gone in the success for the amount of finance and money that the past administration had been blessed to receive. And, what has passed through their hand, which they wasted and they use it for their own partisan business, So I understand those who mightn't like me because they get support, fine, no problem. But may God protect me at the same time, because I am for truth.
And when I see all this victimization and the abuse and the disrespect for even law and order, law and order that is supposed to be just and fair for every one of us, not just that one, and then you jump on the next one back because, others can create a perception and lies, and you just get carried away because it's easy, to support the multitude. But the one person that is victimized there, no one supports you. Only God have to help you. And someone asked me, says, well, better you run for politics. I said, well, if I have to run for politics, in supporting this administration, there are things that I'm very much concerned about. I'm concerned about law. I'm concerned about order. I'm concerned about the peace. I'm concerned about justice. And that is what I will be campaigning up on. If all you hear that I'm going to stand up as the expire, retire PRO of the new National Party. I retire now, right?
Okay.
And expire.
Okay, expire, retire.
Then all you will know what I will be crying throughout the village and and campaigning on. Justice. I want to see justice. Justice. As what has happened to our, one of our lawyers there with this situation in the court there and so on, right? These are the things that I'm very much concerned about. I've seen poor people spend all their money and get no justice just because of someone who has a little more money than them, and you're out for greed. So they can't get the justice. Families that are suffering because of lies. And no one look. There is no elders in society who we can go to and resolve problems and little things that are happening to families, which we have to overload the court. So much backlog of cases in Grenada until Canada have to send and assist with the jury project. And thanks to the jury project, some of the things that I was dealing with has been dealt with, and I have to keep having mercy on others that no one wants to give me some credit for. Maybe when I leave the earth, they will understand that there was an expired, retired PRO condemned, and castigated. But thank God, I want to say, Vibes FM, you all, with all these facts of truth that you all declares and so on, helps us to make the right decision and vote this new administration into office. And so we're going to help them, right? To help our country. We're going to cry out for justice so that they could understand what is happening among us and do something. Continue to do what they are doing.
Okay.
For the good of society. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. All right, okay. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, 458-1914. Those are the numbers you're going to call if you want to talk and join the conversation, We don't have much time left inside our program this morning. Remember, it's going to be a little bit of a shortened version today. But as that caller just mentioned there, and we all know that victimization is a word that should never be used by the opposition, NNP. They should never, ever, as a matter of fact, they should try their best to dump that word, bury it, and don't even make it come back.
Because that's the brainchild.
That's the brainchild? Yes.
But when as you speak about it, I never really took the time to really go deep into that word, because words have roots and words have meaning. Victims. Talking about victimization, the word victims come to me. So are you a victim, Salio?
A victim of the abuse that was made out of Caribou.
Right. So I'm just
everybody.
We are victims.
You too, Vibes FM. Hold a second. Vibes FM. Vibes FM. Caller, come in.
Good morning, Mr. Kim.
Yes. Good morning. Yes.
And good morning to your panel.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How do you do?
Well, we're fine, thanks. Hope you're the same.
Yes.
Okay. I want Miss Emlyn Pierre, the leader of the opposition, come back and tell us what crime Mr. Thompson and the other one, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he's from Willis. Smith.
What crime did they commit when her prime minister called them and tell him that he cannot work with them? Right? Mr. Roberts.
Yes, Mr. Roberts.
So I want you to come and tell us what crime they commit, so they could be charged for it.
Okay.
The next thing I concern about, right? I don't know if you all see that post where Mr. What's his name in America?
Trump.
Mr. Trump asking our Prime Minister to use the airport as a base for them, right?
The airport is
well, caller, let me just hold on that for a second. I saw the breaking news on Carib update, where they were going to ask Grenada to participate or to assist them, but I am not 100% again sure because I didn't see anything official come from Washington or from the Prime Minister himself. So it's still questionable whether or not that is a true story. But anyway, go ahead.
Because when Bishop was building the airport, there was Dong and Bishop saying that it's
a military base.
Yeah, military base for Russia
and Cuba.
Cuba, yeah.
So now it's an airport, and they want to turn it into a base. Tell them sorry. We Prime Minister have to tell them sorry, but we're not going down that road. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. As you were just mentioning some names, somebody just mentioned something to me, saying, as she's talking about officers in the RGPF, remind us of what happened to William Thompson, Smith Roberts, Dowling Bartholomew and his brother, Belfon, and so many others. The list is so long, you can't put everything in one page. Just imagine that.
When people like Emlyn and so come and talking as though they're so innocent and that there's been no victimization in NP, you wonder what do you think of us? Do you think we're stupid or we don't? Oh,
I don't think we can answer that question because we know that we have sense. Somebody looking at us and talking to us, talking about us, and we are sense. Just ignore them because they're the ones who do the same thing they're accusing us of.
As I speak to you.
Yes, go ahead. You go ahead, gentlemen. It's just that I'm getting so much information coming
Yeah,
through.
No. But I'm just saying. Come on, how you could look at us. This thing they call politics, so Leo.
Yeah.
It's an easy, I mean, you're knowing something is not true, but just to make a point and to just hear and to get people to you saying what you know is not true. I mean, this thing is not an easy thing, man. This could kill people,
Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Yeah.
Caller, yes, go ahead.
Good day, Kim. How are you doing?
Okay.
All right. Listen, NNP shouldn't talk the word victimization because they are the chief offenders, of victimization.
Right.
Let me guess. So in 2003, right, when they were in office, what they did, they took a big man, Godfrey Fleming,
immigration.
who was the chief immigration officer. First man to introduce machine-readable passports. And what they did, put him in the fire station and a desk, empty desk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And push him around after all about, send him to Grenville in the police station, all about the place. Right? In 2008, NDC won the election and brought him back as the chief immigration officer. Right? In 2013, when they won, they did the same thing. Right? Took him out again, put him in the fire station on a desk. Right? Until the man get frustrated, he retired. I know he had more years to go.
Right.
And I walked with this man. I walked along with him, right? Doing agency duties in the field. From my department, we used to have a team going around, Minister of Health, Minister of Labor, Immigration Officer, police, and so on. And we go into these different workplaces and do inspections. So when we come upon something that concerns Ministry of Health, we would report it. Something that concerns immigration, and so we go. So we did agency duty on behalf of one another. And they shouldn't talk about victimization, right? I was personally victimized by the NNP. And I could give you a whole long story about what they did to me, right? But I won't bother going to that, right? Imagine one gentleman in my department, when despite all my years of experience and my qualification, I started in the service in 1973 in the first department. In 79, as a class 2 clerk. By the time 78, I went to Trinidad, did the customs post pass, came back, and I was promoted to senior customs officer between 73 to 78. In 79, I was transferred to the Treasury. A whole bunch of us went down in 79. The transfer because one man thought he could have run the customs by himself, right? The revolution. So we were transferred down to the Treasury. From the Treasury in 1985, when I got fed up in 1982, and I left for a while. Then I went back, joined back to Southern Canada. Then I was transferred. But I asked for the transfer to go to the Labor Department, 1985. And I worked in that Labor Department, despite all my qualifications, all my overseas trading and everything, right? Until 2004, when I got fed up of what they were doing to me, the victimization, I decided to retire, right? Imagine, from 1979 to 2004 when I retired, I was a senior executive officer from 1979. I never got a promotion again, despite all my qualifications and experience and my travels and my training, right? Victimized me, keep me down. Imagine, they put me to acting as a commissioner for 9 months. The deputy post was empty, the senior post was empty, and they still didn't give me any one of them. In fact, when one gentleman recommended another one to move up to deputy, that senior post was empty. You know this? He told the Public Service Commission. He told them, we don't need that post, senior post anymore. Remove it, just so I wouldn't get the position. Victimization, because me and he had a personal issue. Tried to interfere in my domestic affairs. And so because of that personal issue, he refused to recommend me for promotion. They kept me down, oppressed me, underpay me, overwork me. All that did. So NNP shouldn't talk. NNP shouldn't open she big mouth and talk about victimization. She's a fool. She should talk that. Because nobody victimized any more persons than the NNP. Anyway.
Yeah.
I could go on and tell you about let's just leave it at that.
Leave it like that for now. Okay.
Okay, Kim.
Okay, thanks. You too as well.
Okay.
And you see again, when they're speaking these things like that, we all, there's so many stories there.
We all can identify
yeah.
something in that we can identify. Yeah.
Well. And NNP, like I'm saying again, talking about victimization. Man, they should run from that word.
I don't know if you all could remember, guys, that after the NDC won this past election there, there were a lot of talk about victimization in the ministry in Carriacou here. Of course, people could not accept the defeat. So to justify your own feelings, you say when you cry foul and see they're victimizing you. It seems that when the way I look at it, when I try to assess the situation that was going on there, they were expecting it. because they know that's what they give. You know what I'm saying? They were expecting it because they know that's what they give.
But it never took place.
But it never not in the way in which they trying to.
No, because I remember when they tried to cry foul about people who had these letters, temporary letters, in employment there. And the letter, if I remember rightly, the letter said, that you're employed to work in a particular place and the conditions. And if you at any time decide you want to leave, you're supposed to give 1 month notice. And then if they decide to get rid of you, it's 1 month notice. It wasn't a permanent position.
Yeah.
No.
And so when the contract up, it was all contracts. When the contract up, your contract didn't have to be renewed,
No. Yeah, the terms of hiring and firing was made abundantly clear.
Yes. And
that's
it.
But they still used it as
because they
as a means of victimization.
No. They use it because they just want to just rah. That's the bottom line. But when, like we're saying over and over, when it comes to victimization, NNP is own the word. They invented it.
Like you yourself inventing another word. Why I say inventing it?
It's contagious. That's the bottom line. But you're going to be hearing much more stories that they would try in some kind of way. But if you ask people to come forward and speak about their experience, man, we'll be talking all day, all night, forever and ever.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But the only thing that is good from what's happening nowadays on the NNP side, they're coming out and they on the attack, But it's always said it's better to keep your mouth closed, and people think that you're stupid, than you open it and then they know. Because the amount of crap that's coming out. Yes.
And they have no doubt.
Yes, they dismiss all doubt. Because the amount of crap will come in the house and out of their mouths. It's just making things bad for them, adding nails to their coffin, if you will. So, speak. Yeah. But we are the ones, hopefully, we never lose a minute debunking it, and we have to, again, time flying, Time flying. It seems as though it's a long time, but campaign season is on.
No, yes, super season been is open. It's open. Yeah, it's open already.
So Leo, do not ever let me hear you say again campaign season.
Stupid season.
Stupid season is what, because when that season is here, you wonder the same person you know before, if they're the same person that you don't know, because stupidity it remains. You say things that you don't even know for yourself. You just because of.
Just stop to tell me if you're Carriacou and you live born and raised here, living here, and if you won't tell me that you cannot see the difference, then I know. Well, something wrong with you.
Yep. Something is wrong. But we know, like I'm saying, under this new administration, I mean, this is the best thing that ever happened to us. And
divine intervention, man.
Yeah, but that's what it was, And listen to some of the things, that's been taking place there. I mean, it's really, really gratifying that we made the choice when we did make the choice. Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. It's a minute past 12, so I just say afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
I find
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'll be quick. I'll be short, sweet, and spicy like Grenada.
Okay.
My thing going on, I want to talk about mainly. I'm living in the diaspora. I have a house in Grenada. I'm registered to vote in Grenada. And I came home the last election and vote, and I will be coming home again to vote. Nobody can stop that. That's not illegal. That's illegal. And I think in time to come, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell should send me we
ballot.
We ballot for us up here. So you have to come home to vote.
I think
it could happen.
If you're in doubt, ask crazy.
Yeah. I remember. So you want to hand over Grenada to somebody that will take care of Grenada. So because when you retire, you want to live in Grenada. I know if anyone of you, Mr. Corey, or
yes, I
anyone
do.
of you remember that man.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful.
That same man also said he didn't say sorry, not sorry. Said he also came to Grenada as a member of the diaspora, still holding citizenship, and became prime minister.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you could leave the diaspora and come to Grenada and become the leader of the party and prime minister, why I can't leave the diaspora
Come
and
and
just cast a vote?
Yeah.
And I have my house in Grenada.
Yes. Point taken.
Yes.
So this is all and the job, and you know how it is. So I just want to be sweet.
Right.
So short, sweet, and spicy. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah. The caller's right, you know.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
what transpired, you know.
Yeah.
But they're scared of the diaspora. It's scared of that. According to what Bowen was saying there earlier on.
But I don't understand how Mr. Bowen could be saying that when they literally fleeced the diaspora in their time. Tickets upon tickets and friends upon friends, and I mean, Kim, you mentioned earlier on how somebody was able to call you and
yes,
but I mean they literally fleeced. Where the money came from? Whose money? Was any one of them on?
No.
Vibes FM caller, come in. Go ahead.
Kim.
Yeah.
The man last night I was listening in a meeting in the valley in Ghana's Valley. I'm talking about respect. Kim, this man don't have respect for nobody. The amount of things he say about Uncle Tilly, the amount of things he say about Nelson Buck, but you want people to have respect. I'm talking about the leader that have respect coming down and people are tell him put here in a fine bag, I tell you, and roll him down market hill.
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
The thing he be saying about this man and them, I know you want to have people have respect. If you want respect, you have to give respect to get respect.
Yes, definitely, and he knows that too, you know. And if you remember some of the names that he sometimes called some of the politicians, yes.
And then he goes so far and talk about the one they put up to run down in the south, talking about the one we have in the south. He better on him. You know anything about it? Tell him just leave liquor and be alone. Right?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much, Dave. And he continues to disrespect people.
Since 1983. You remember that? That idiot.
Yeah.
But it has to be an idiot.
You hear that? Just imagine that. Calling our prime minister an idiot.
I find that word is very, very common because I myself was labeled as an idiot by their people. And I find I've been watching, I haven't responded in any way at all, but I've been watching and listening, and I find that word is becoming so popular. Everybody's an idiot. Everybody's an idiot. I went as far as to try and go in the dictionary to see if I could get the meaning.
But he has no respect for anybody. Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Hi, good morning, Kim. How are you, Mr.
All right, okay.
You and Tan.
Okay.
Fine, thank you, Jeff. Fine, thank you.
We want to know when the jet is starting in Windward for the people of Petty Martinique. Could you give us a little info that when the jetty will be started? Because we understand you got the contract. Thank you, Mr. Leo. Have a wonderful day.
Well, let me just educate you. I don't want you to leave with any wrong information. Whatever you understand that Leo has a contract, Leo doesn't have a contract. But I got some information that is starting next week. So if that helps you, good for you.
All right. Next caller, quickly. Caller, come in.
You didn't tell me.
Caller.
Afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes.
I just want to say good afternoon to Miss Glenda and hope she feels well.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to this farmer.
Yeah.
That lost for livestock in Carrico. It's really not nice when you labor so much and to have a dog eat your animals. I just want to say to her, those dogs like Jacks, I will send up a punga Jacks giver. Keep eating. And to the government of Grenada, thank you for the lights at Progress Park. It was well deserved and we really enjoyed that activity on Sunday. And continue to keep the flag flying and the culture rising in Carrico. Have a good weekend. I bless you all.
Okay, thank you so much, dear. Okay, let me try to take another call there quickly because all the calls are backing up there and just we are running out of time as well too. Next caller, come in. You on, caller? Hello.
Afternoon, Mr. Afternoon.
Afternoon, my brother.
Hey, Leo, you type of weather today, no?
Oh yeah? Is it
57 degrees.
Oh yeah,
No.
That's a little too young.
Yeah, too young for you.
Too young.
When I get about 55, you know?
Yeah. So you're growing.
It's kind of still outside. Okay, well, I just want to highlight today. I want you guys to do that also. Remind people about the town hall this evening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they were talking about the island gas and stuff and the progress they've been making and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to highlight that, you know?
Yeah, okay.
So we could have like a great fun out and stuff and things like that. But also, I know you were speaking about Emily Pierre's husband. There was a clip where I call and right along, and then he explained like the procedures that the police go through with the 20 days and all these things. And
Yeah.
Like, so maybe you guys could could go back and that. You understand? Because that's very important because you got to realize there is certain principle and protocol in the RGPF, and then what this guy did, go against protocol. You understand? I don't know what he's trying to do with it to score some cheap political points or whatever he was trying to do. You know what I mean? So I think these are things that we need to highlight. I heard you mention about the stuff with the US, with the US trying to put pressure on Grenada. I don't know if that is actually a thing because I hear it could be AI. We're not sure because until we hear something from the government, you know.
Well, I think caller. What I got from the what was shared out is that it's not that it is done yet, you know, but people are saying that they are considering the U.S. government, the State Department is considering asking, and so we should not just take that as though that they have asked. You know, so we have to be careful with the wordings of these things. If it never happened, it may happen, but the point is, it hasn't happened. And I agree that we all need some official documentation. And as far as I understand, the government would not react unless there is some official action from the U.S. government. So let's take it a step at a time.
Indeed, because a couple of people called me and they asked me about, do you get the news, you know what I mean? And then we have to remember when the Prime Minister talked about the Caribbean to be a zone of peace, you understand?
Yes.
So basically we know where Grenada may stand on that and the other Caribbean countries standing up to that kind of bullying, you know? All right, anyway, guys, take care. And then I heard you guys mention about Olympia with the victimization of the principal of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad you bring all that, you know, because there is a lot of people who could talk. I think we should have a program where people call in and say how
the experience. Yeah.
Maybe we should have that. So, that might be a good thing, you know, just like the October 9th, maybe people could call and see what happened during the revolution. If people call and they go to frustration.
Yeah, okay.
So, Leo, looking forward to maybe seeing you in a couple.
I would say yes.
I send you this stuff. I don't know if you get it with the date and everything. It's most likely.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so guys, take care and enjoy the rest of the day. And Leo, I'm waiting for you to come up and enjoy your 57 months.
Bring it up a little higher.
Like 80?
Okay.
Yes, something so. Yes.
Next Saturday.
Yes.
Okay,
All right, take care.
Okay, bye. Thanks. Let me try to take another call quickly, guys. Hold on. Vibes FM. Caller, come in. Yes, good afternoon.
A little contribution I want to make to the program.
Yeah.
I would like to ask somebody, the former Minister of Education, who was responsible for cancelling the truckload of thousands of pounds of fish, causing it to rotten, when a particular ex-police officer business, well, that was his business. And because of something, either sang on a platform or said on a platform the night before,
Yeah.
the ministry cancelled that truckload of fish which was being distributed to schools for the school feeding program and all the fish spoiled. I want the former Minister of Education to shed some light on that and answer who was responsible for cancelling the police officer business fish to the school feeding program the night before.
Yeah.
After the night before, saying something that was politically not in their favor.
Right.
And all that fish had to spoil. What school children supposed to eat fish?
Yeah, well, just be prepared. Hold the faith.
Thank you.
Okay. I remember the incident. And yeah, it was something else, huh?
You know, it's interesting, you know, I mean, here we are, could look back and remember things, and even call us people who may not have even called, but they can remember experiences that they had. But here we are now, they are coming and tell us that they are victims. They are victims of what? and I mean, it is.
Because, as one caller said, the shoes on the other foot now.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. Yeah, and they seen it, and they're crying foul, just like that, with no bearing, no reason, no nothing. But when you the wife of a former officer or the husband or whatever, you know, somebody mentioned something. They said, "Listen, man, that was no mistake." And somebody said to me, "That was no mistake. You know, that was no mistake."
Deliberate.
No, this is
shoes on the other foot.
The shoes on the other foot.
And the wrong size.
Yeah,
young girl, where you size?
Anyway, gentlemen, we said to the yes.
Yeah, I know. One of the reasons why we you ending earlier today is because we want to pay tribute to our a very good friend. Of course, I'm talking for me. Really, I know him well. You know, his burial is today, and you know, we want to just take the time to recognize him, appreciate him, and continue to support the family. You know, in whatever way. I'm talking about Bonicio.
Times like this, yeah.
Yes.
So do you?
Good. Well, yeah. So I haven't heard from my good friend in a little while, Miss Glenda. Give us a call. We've been trying to reach you. Hope you're fine, because we're thinking of you.
Well, she's a little bit of an update on her, you know, because I spoke to someone who spoke to her this morning.
Okay.
And they said she was doing okay. She went back into the hospital again, you know, but she should be released today, which is good news. So, you know, hopefully things are getting back to normal, but slowly, you know, the wait is, you know, so.
All right. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We weren't here, and we'll
because I tried calling her too. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I did too.
Yeah, but it wasn't getting any answer. But she's okay. She's all right. She's getting there, getting back to normal.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Good to know.
She's always a joy to listen to.
Yes.
Okay.
Talking about connecting with people. Our good friend in Victoria,
Mr. Marshall.
Yes, I still continue to think about him, and I haven't heard from him for a while, and I haven't even heard people in the area.
But he says the last time that he listens all the time.
Yes,
you know, and he's not so actively involved again. You know.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, just to say hello to you, and then we're not only patriots, but we are patriots.
Yes. Okay.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
And that will just wrap it up for our program for today, right here on Vibes FM. We thank you all for participating in the program. Those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube, on the internet, and on your radios, wherever you are, you're able to join in with us. So you can always join in every Thursday right here on Vibes FM from 10 a.m. Speak Out Unfiltered. I'm your humble servant, yours truly, King the King, and I'll reiterate, it's always a pleasure.